What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Scorecard Reactions. We are tapping in today with none other than the one, the only, B1 the Architect. Huge shout out to my guy. If you're not familiar with him, we have an awesome interview that is up on the channel now. You guys can go check that whole thing out. Multiple reactions done. He's got music on every platform. Go tap in with it. But we're here for more. We're here for more. So we're tapping in. I think this is actually an older one. This isn't a new release. But he said this is definitely one is more for the gang, so we're always here for to see what artists think we're into. I'm excited for that. Not too much else to talk about. Do me a favor, run the gauntlet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, little bell notification guy. Actually, sound off in the comments. Just be mad at him for not coming through for the international cipher. Let Canada down. You let all of Canada down, man. You shout out to BC. But nah, man, it's always good to see him come through. Hopefully we get him on the GSGC again this year. But yeah, tap in with the music. Let's pull this up. Let's get it going. I don't know why I full screened it. It's alright.
My mind is always in transit, drifting off constantly, escaping the planet. It's how I function, so don't go judging the ways that I manage. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed with panic.
There's too much going on right now. Hold up. I like the intro. I like it a lot. Let's get right into it. The visual, I don't know that this counts. It's probably just the way that we're doing it here. Obviously on Spotify that wouldn't count, but anyway, let's talk about our experience. Having the train tracks as the visual up in front of us, hearing the sound of the train come in before even the drop and everything like that. As soon as it drops, my guy just starts eating. The beat kind of matches the whole atmosphere that they have going on. It feels like a good fit. And then the guitar solo in the background is kind of like immediately pulling you away from the vote. Like this, we gotta pull it back. We're gonna be here for a minute. Let's go. He better eat on this shit too. I'm already liking the start of this. See, and you can't even get mad. Like, I like the timing of the build-up, too. Because it's not like those songs where you press play and boom, it's just, like, in your face. Like, it gives you a chance for the build-up, and it still has that feeling because he comes in right at the drop. But, like, if it's on a playlist or something like that, like, you'll have the train track intro knowing what's about to happen and kind of, like, pre-hypes you for it. I like it. I think that was a good artistic direction.
My mind is always in transit, drifting off constantly, escaping the planet. It's how I function, so don't go judging the ways that I manage. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed with panic, and I hate when it happens. Feel like existence is choking me. Every day's a disaster, a crisis I'm surviving by the skin of my teeth. Agoraphobia, physically I'm feeling so weak. Just a little bit of relief can feel oh so glorious.
Okay, alright, we're gonna be on this one for a minute. So this is a more serious track. This is definitely mental health situation that we're gonna be talking about. I actually developed a slight case of agoraphobia during COVID, believe it or not. I did not, like, it got to the point, like, once, like, the bans were lifted and everything like that, I would just be looking for excuses not to go out. Like, I don't, like, it just, the anxiety, not, like, this is right when, like, the Karen culture and shit like that started getting real big, and, like, man, I don't want to have to fucking knock an old person out. Like, there was just so much that was going on at the time. Where I had to sit down and, like, talk, like, friends and family and shit like that and be like, yo, like, something's up. This is, like, a real fucking thing that, like, I went through just recently, a couple years ago. So, like, all right, I see you, my guy. We're in our serious bag. If I start getting loopy, it has nothing to do with me not taking this serious. That has to do with candy that I ate before the reaction. So just Keep that in mind.
It's how I function, so don't go judging the ways that I manage. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed with panic, and I hate when it happens. Feel like existence is choking me. Every day's a disaster, a crisis I'm surviving by the skin of my teeth. Agoraphobia, physically I'm feeling so weak. Just a little bit of relief can feel oh so glorious. Euphoria I'm chasing through the music and love, but it's an addiction conflicted like I'm using a drug. All the come down's profound, it's like the lows beat the highs. Screaming inside, calm on the surface, I need to cry. All of my purpose obsessively channeled through this conduit. Pressure is immense, I can barely handle my consciousness. Honestly, I bottle it up most of the time. If I'm not talking enough, is my soul in decline? Most of the signs ain't obvious to the uninitiated. Overcoming this struggle has become my mission statement.
Oh my god. Every bar I could stop this on. I gotta, fuck you. It's my channel. I'm pulling it back. Yo, I'm so sorry that you went through any of this shit, my bro, but I love the fact that you choose this format to share it with us. This every bar. You can feel it. You can feel every bar. Let's go.
Come down's perfect.
Also, like, the ambience, dog, the beat selection, the delivery package with the beat, and then the guitar in the fucking background that's just kind of like tying it all together for me. Like, this is a very, very neatly thought out package that's been delivered to us. This is dope. This is fire. I think this is gonna end up being the last one that I react to today in the package, just so we can sit and think about this one for a minute.
It's like the lows beat the highs, screaming inside. Calm on the surface, I need to cry. All of my purpose obsessively channeled through this conduit. Pressure is immense, I can barely handle my consciousness. Honestly, I bottle it up most of the time. If I'm not talking enough, is my soul in decline? Most of the signs ain't obvious to the uninitiated. Overcoming this struggle has become my mission statement. I've been avoiding conflict for so very long. I carry on, but I'm like a ticking bomb, ready to blow if you instigate it. Yeah, I'm not engaging in your pissing match, but if you bring the smoke, you better know that you'll get it back. An eye for an eye leaves us blind, so it's tit for tat. You gon' dot your T's and cross your eyes when I hit your ass. I'm running, trying to make it out the dark, trying to stay calm, but you can feel the pace that's in my heart. Trying to move on while knowing you're.
All right, we got to pull this one back. This might be my first critique. I could have used a breathing moment between the end of the verse and this crazy ass fucking beat drop hook that just came in. But hold on, let's pull this back because this is powerful sounding. Hold up.
Dot your T's and cross your eyes when I hit your ass. I'm running, trying to make it out the dark, trying to stay calm, but you can feel the pain.
Too sudden, or was it just right? I liked it better on the pullback. I'm not gonna lie, but I was anticipating it on the pullback. I wasn't anticipating it before then. We're gonna go back again. Give me like 20 seconds.
Like a ticking bomb, ready to blow if you instigate it. Yeah, I'm not engaging in your pissing match, but if you bring the smoke, you better know that you'll get it back. An eye for an eye leaves us blind, so it's tit for tat. You gon' dot your T's and cross your eyes when I hit your ass. I'm running, trying to make it out the dark, trying to stay calm, but you can feel the pace that's in my heart. Trying to move on while knowing you're a figment of my past. Just to cope with my anxiety, I'm picturing the glass half full. Trying to make it, can't be sitting on my ass. That ain't possible, I gotta work the hardest till I crash. If you love me, then support me while you can. I don't know how much longer I can tolerate this pain that I have, yeah. It's like I'm in a race to finish my...
Alright, final thoughts on this. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Initially was jarring going from the transition from the verse to the hook. Second and third times was seamless for me. So it was definitely just, I think, being in my reactor brain looking for natural pauses and shit like that. As just a casual listener on the second and third tries, I enjoyed it. And I do think that he did breathe. He had a second to pause before going back into this verse from the hook, which was necessary. And it didn't feel like too much time, didn't feel like not enough. That part was like solid. So from a music theory standpoint, it's super solid.
Full, trying to make it, can't be sitting on my ass. That ain't possible, I gotta work the hardest till I crash. If you love me, then support me while you can. I don't know how much longer I can tolerate this pain that I...
It's hard to hear somebody that I fuck with struggling, like verbalizing what they're going through and me being like, this is also like, you know what I mean? Like there's a little bit of an internal conflict between like, what's too excited to be when you hear a dope bar about someone you care about having bad shit happen to them? You know what I mean? So like, there's definitely a fine line. Again, sorry you went through this, my guy, but love the fact that you chose this art form to get it out, because this is heavy.
Yeah. It's like I'm in a race to finish my masterpiece and thrive, but I don't know where that finish line is drawn. I go on, holding strong against diminished minds. I can build universes while I sit inside. The power that I hold will be cowardly not to pursue to the fullest. Even in the worst conditions, man, you get used to the bullets. Sweating heavily while hoping my work pays off.
Give me the whole thing. Pull it back.
The peace and thrive, but I don't know where that finish line is drawn. I go.
Nah, I need this whole. I don't know where the finish line is drawn at. That whole part was probably my favorite so far. Like, that's such a relatable.
My ass, that ain't possible. I gotta work the hardest till I crash. If you love me, then support me while you can. I don't know how much longer I can tolerate this pain that I have. Yeah. It's like I'm in a race to finish my masterpiece and thrive, but I don't know where that finish line is drawn. I go on.
Bro, it's so subtle. I hate how he sets up his lines too, because like he's so naturally gifted that the bars like in the setup, it's not even in the fucking punch. Like you're still thinking about the shit that came beforehand, and like that was so fucking heavy. I don't know why. That's just one of the most relatable Johns I've heard in a minute, man. It's like I'm in a race to finish my masterpiece, but I don't know where the finish line is. Like, stop it, dog.
To thrive, but I don't know where that finish line is drawn. I go on, holding strong against diminished minds. I can build universes while I sit inside. The power that I hold will be cowardly not to pursue to the fullest. Even in the worst conditions, man, you get used to the bullets. Sweating, hoping my work pays off for centuries. Going through hell every day to paint a picture so heavenly. Peace only ever truly exists in memories, but I promise you get used to this shit. Becomes manageable, handling your business. Don't let it handle you. Trying to piece yourself back together with stitches when they dismantle you. Form a collective of individuals, not abandoned goons, who can assess the threat levels when they scan a room. Equal and facilitating greatness in each other. Every relationship predicated on building one another.
Bro, this is like 2004 DZK level of articulation and multi-rhyme scheming mixed with like 2024 mental health Russ. This is such a nichely specific song targeted towards my taste. This is an example of when someone's like, yo, I got one that the gang's gonna fuck with, and they give me something like this. This is someone who pays attention to what the gang fucks with, right? Like, because I've heard a lot of his music, and B1 it's all over the place. There's not like one like pigeonhole that you're gonna put him in, and it's not all for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he tries a lot of different shit. This is easily, in my opinion, his best bag as far as like actually seeing the things that he's good at flourish out of his art, right? Like, none of this sounds forced. None of this sounds like he's pulling from shit that he doesn't know about. There's like, it's not just like, let me just set up punch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't look at this like, yo, let me knock a 16 out real quick. Like, this is just a beautiful project that he put together. I really, really am fucking with this. It sucks that it's a negative in his life to have expressed, but could you imagine how much worse it would be? Like, I'm sorry. Could you imagine how much worse it would be if you did this and you like put all of it on the line and shit, like, but it was still ass? Like, at least if you have to go through this, my man is like giving us something beautiful in return. Cause fuck having to deal with shit in life, but then also being talentless. Like, that's not having an outlet has gotta suck. Having an outlet that you're that bad at would suck even worse. I'm sorry, I'm getting on a tangent now. Let's go. Stay focused.
Equal and facilitating greatness in each other. Every relationship predicated on building one another. Otherwise, why the fuck would I keep going through such a long road alone through my dark moments, surrounded by false prophets and ominous omens that imply your doom? Gotta build a future, not wait it out in the panic room. Goddamn a tone that doesn't build towards the same goal. Wrestling my demons while I'm reaching for my angels, praying I can make it to a place where the pain goes. Trying to be patient while facing the sensation of being strangled. Yeah, I'm running, trying to make it out the dark, trying to stay calm, but you can feel the pace that's in my heart.
He's doing a lot of the button shit that I like too, like the comparisons of like, yo, I'll be fine, like I'm dealing with all of this shit so that the world can use me as a muse. Like, I love that shit. That like this is
trying to move on while knowing you're a figment of my past. Just to cope with my anxiety, I'm picturing the glass half full. Trying to make it, can't be sitting on my ass. That ain't possible, I gotta work the hardest till I crash. If you love me, then support me while you can. I don't know how much longer I can tolerate this pain that I have, yeah.
I really don't like that last line right there. And I don't know, like, if it's because of my currently altered state of mind, but it makes me sad. Like, I can't imagine, God forbid, like, me and B1 are cool. Like, that's my dude. But, like, I can't imagine, God forbid, something happen and a song like this exists, and hearing that line, like, that breaks my heart a little bit. Like, you don't want that to actually be verbalized, or someone to be pushed to a point where that's verbalized. I'm just being sensitive right now, I think. Ignore me. But I don't like that. That made me sad.
Make it out the top, try to stay calm, but you can feel the basis in my heart. Try to be calm, knowing you won't think with no other man.
Look, this is a perfect example of me probably being called a hypocrite. I am very, very much so on record of saying I generally do not like tracks that begin and end with some type of voice note. I don't know that just the train track noise counts as that. It doesn't. And the end of it was so smooth, and it was just like part of the outro. Like, it didn't, like, part of the fade out. It didn't feel like, oh, now we have to sit through a 30-second clip now that the song's over. So before anyone starts talking shit, yes, I do fuck with this, and I do think that this is different than having a 14 to 30 second voice note in the beginning and end of a song, or the beginning and middle of a track, so on and so forth. I really, like, that shit perturbs me. Am I fucking blurry? Ooh, stop that. Whatever. If I'm blurry, I apologize. It's more about the music anyway. Is this really messing up? Ooh, doesn't matter. Song's over. Yeah, so there you have it. B1 the Architect. We have closing credits. What are your thoughts? Did you like it? Did you love it? What'd you like about it? What'd you hate about it? Put it down in the comments. My score. Oh, let's go to the scorecard. Let's pull the scorecard up. I've already done this in my head. I think that's why I was like moving past this point. But as far as the scorecard goes, are we fans? Yeah, that's my dude. Huge shout out to B1. Target audience, yes sir. Proper setting for this. This is your dark room music. You already know. Bars or lyrics. Look, I am a big fan of two things. Number one, critiquing somebody's song about mental illnesses and bad taste, specifically if it seems legitimate. With that being said, because I hold this in such high esteem, I don't feel as though I have nothing negative to say about it or to critique about it. So I do feel as though sharing my thoughts and breaking it down isn't controversial, so to speak. But bars and lyrics, I wouldn't change anything. 25 out of 25. I think the fact that he was able to be that vulnerable on the track, not just saying like, hey, I'm having a mentee B day. Like, it's not great. Like, no, he's like, yo, I'm suffering from X, Y, and Z. My anxiety is causing me to have these type of thoughts. Like, it's not easy to bare your soul like that on this kind of a track while still trying to worry about every other aspect of music theory and writing and shit like that. Like, 25 out of 25. Delivery or vocals. Literally the only thing that I would take points off for would be that transition from the first verse into the hook if I didn't like it on the second and third pullback. With that being said, I'm giving this 100 out of 100. If I were to critique anything about the delivery, it wouldn't be the delivery package. It would be the tonality, right? It would be a little bit less of the rah-rah feel and a little bit more of the wah-wah feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, a little bit more pain in the delivery, but the pain came out through the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure we could do a think piece on, you know, why it's important to have been able to say it that confidently without sounding like that and break stereotypes. There's an argument either way. So 25 out of 25. Beat selection was perfect. 15 out of 15. Stop it. Sound quality mixing. 15 out of 15. Stop it. The sound was perfect. The ambience that it was able to capture, that fucking dark room, dark cloud over my fucking head, stuck in my house, like, nailed it. Nailed it. Effectiveness. Does this make you want to tap in more? Stop it. 10 out of 10. This more so than the other ones too. Like, we've listened to a lot of shit from him on here, and it's been like, yeah, I can see who would fuck with this. You know what I'm saying? Or like, this is good here, bad here, give or take. This is the first time where I feel like, yo, not the first time, that's rude, but I mean, like, I feel so confidently in this one that, like, this is the one that I would push to the forefront if I were to put B1, so someone else on the B1. You feel me? So 10 out of 10. Enjoyability. I almost want to put a 0 because it made me sad, but it's enjoyable for what we're doing on the channel. But again, my guy, if you need to talk, reach out. We love you, brother. 100 out of 100. That's my score. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments below. This will also be getting added to our public Spotify playlist for anything that scores over a 90 on the channel. So make sure you guys go and check that out too. This will be getting added. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will catch y'all on the next one. Let's fucking go.